Teddy's Travels, a speech-language book on big and little size concepts, written by Steph Winkler. For free activities to support children with speech and language development, go to simplicityhappens.com. Teddy, a little gingerbread cookie, was snoozing under a pile of leaves one brisk fall morning. The leaves covered him like a cozy, warm blanket as he slept peacefully. Although Teddy had slept well, he woke up feeling worried. After looking around, he didn't know where he was. He had been running for days, and the last thing he remembered was stopping to rest under a big tree. Teddy wasn't turning back. He couldn't. He was a delicious cookie that everyone wanted to eat. He knew he had to find a welcoming place to live. Just then, he heard a friendly owl say, "Keep moving forward and enjoy the magical adventures ahead of you." Teddy thanked the owl for his words of wisdom and bravely began his traveling adventure. Teddy found himself walking along a paved pathway. On one side, he saw little flowers. On the other side, he saw big flowers. Point to the little flowers. Point to the big flowers. He kept walking until the path split into two different directions. Teddy wasn't sure which way he should go. He started to feel worried again. Just then, he heard a tiny ladybug say, "Follow the path with the big flowers." Teddy thanked the ladybug for her help, but he soon realized that he didn't know which flowers were big and which flowers were little. "Let's help Teddy." Point to the arrow with the big flower. "Thank you for helping me find the path with the big flowers." Soon the big flowers disappeared. Teddy noticed little apple trees on one side of the path and big apple trees on the other side. Point to the little apple trees. Point to the big apple trees. He kept walking until the path split into two different directions. Once again, Teddy found himself unsure of which path to take. Just then, he heard a small worm say, "Follow the path with the big apple trees." Teddy thanked the worm for his help, but he soon realized that he didn't know which apple trees were big and which apple trees were little. "Let's help Teddy." Point to the arrow with the big apple tree. "Thank you for helping me find the path with the big apple trees." Soon the big apple trees disappeared. Teddy noticed little pumpkins on one side of the path and big pumpkins on the other side. Point to the little pumpkins. Point to the big pumpkins. He kept walking until the path split into two different directions. Once again, Teddy found himself unsure of which path to take. Just then, he heard a little bird say, "Follow the path with the little pumpkins." Teddy thanked the bird for her help, but he soon realized that he didn't know which pumpkins were big and which pumpkins were little. "Let's help Teddy." Point to the arrow with the little pumpkin. "Thank you for helping me find the path with the little pumpkins." Soon the little pumpkins disappeared, and Teddy noticed a cold chill in the air. The season had changed from fall to winter. He shivered as he walked quickly, hoping to stay warm. Soon it started to snow. He noticed little snowflakes falling on one side of the path and big snowflakes falling on the other side. The snowflakes were covering the ground with fluffy white snow. Point to the little snowflakes. Point to the big snowflakes. He kept walking until the path split into two different directions. Once again, Teddy found himself unsure of which path to take. Just then, a snowman holding a cup of hot cocoa said, "Follow the path with the little snowflakes." Teddy thanked the snowman for his help, but he soon realized that he didn't know which snowflakes were big and which snowflakes were little. "Let's help Teddy." Point to the arrow with the little snowflake. "Thank you for helping me find the path with the little snowflakes." Soon the snowflakes disappeared and the ground remained covered in crisp white snow. Teddy heard a trickling of water up ahead. It was a hot chocolate stream. Surrounding the streams were big and little marshmallow tulips. Point to the big marshmallows. Point to the little marshmallows. He kept walking until the path led to the hot chocolate stream that flowed into two different directions. Once again, Teddy found himself unsure of which direction to go. Just then, a narwhal popped her head up out of the stream and said, "Follow the stream with the big marshmallows." Teddy thanked the narwhal for her help, but he soon realized that he didn't know which marshmallows were big and which marshmallows were little. "Let's help Teddy." Point to the arrow with the big marshmallow. Teddy floated along the stream on a big puffy marshmallow. He felt warm, cozy, and sleepy from the steam of the hot chocolate stream. "Thank you for helping me find the path with the big marshmallows," he said, as he closed his eyes and drifted off to sleep. Teddy was blissfully dreaming when he was awakened by a huge thud. The marshmallow float had hit an embankment. and Teddy went sailing through the air. He landed in a pile of sugar-coated gumdrops. "These gumdrops are so yummy," he said, as he bounced along and took bites of the chewy candy. Once Teddy was full of sugary gumdrops, he walked along the path surrounded by big and little gumdrops. Point to the big gumdrops. Point to the little gumdrops. He kept walking until the path split into 2 different directions. Once again, Teddy found himself unsure of which direction to go. Just then, a penguin and reindeer appeared from behind a big cluster of gumdrops and said, "Follow the path with the little gumdrops." Teddy thanked the penguin and reindeer for their help, but he soon realized that he didn't know which gumdrops were big and which gumdrops were little. Let's help Teddy. Point to the arrow with the little gumdrops. "Thank you for helping me find the path with the little gumdrops." Soon the little gumdrops disappeared, and Teddy noticed little and big gingerbread houses surrounding the snowy pathway. Point to the big gingerbread houses. Point to the little gingerbread houses. He kept walking until the path split into 2 different directions. He wasn't sure which way he needed to go, but Teddy knew he was finally home. He saw Ellie, a fellow gingerbread cookie, on the pathway. She greeted and welcomed Teddy home with a delicious red lollipop. "Welcome home, Teddy," she said. "We heard you were on your way, so follow me along the path with the big gingerbread houses." As they walked along the path with the big gingerbread houses, a thought came to Teddy. "Thanks for your help, Ellie. By the way, who told you I was on my way here?" "Oh my goodness, I almost forgot to tell you." "All your friends." "Wow, thank you all so much for helping me find my way home." "Welcome home, Teddy." "Woo-hoot, we are so happy you're finally home." "You're the best helper," Teddy said. "Thank you for helping me find my way home. You're such a big helper."